Well, hello, hello, hello. Hope you're all doing okay. Sorry about that. I started the tune and I had to stop it because I was having connection issues. Don't know what was going on there. But hope you're all doing okay. Let's do this so you can actually see me. Hello. Hope you're all doing okay. It's good to be back. It's good to be back. Sorry if I keep looking over here. My monitor is here, so I need to keep looking over here just so I can see the chat. But I hope you're all doing okay. Hopefully the connection will hold up. How you all doing anyway? It's good to be back. Doing some streams. I've had a very hectic couple of weeks with work and all that sort of stuff. So it's good to be back. Doing this, and I thought we'd have a bit of a catch up first. There's a few things I want to talk about, and then we'll play some Taxi Life as a taxi driving simulator. Just a nice. I've been wanting to stream it for. Shit, sorry. I don't know what's going on there. I've been wanting to stream it for a little while, but it's just been, I've just got to. It's about getting round to doing it, which I've now got round to doing it. So, yeah. Hang on a minute. Let's just get that there. I need to just check the volume mixer here. Why is let me just I just need to do something here because I can't hear nothing. I need to processes. It's not in there. It must be in details. No. Oh, where is it then? I'm having a bit of an issue here with the audio. Okay, well, it's not going to work there. Sorry about this. I just can't get the audio through for the game. I had it fine, and then when I put it onto my monitor, because my monitor's not got speakers, it messes things up a little bit sometimes. So just give me a second. Sound. Right, we're good. We're good. Yeah. Right, so let's just check that that's been heard in here. Yep, right, you can hear the game now. That's just what I wanted to check. Yeah, just making sure that that's all working. Okay. Let's get rid of studio mode. Right. So yeah, I just thought we'd have a bit of a catch up at first, and then we'll get into the chill taxi stream, taxi driving. What I will say is, and I will pre-warn, I am using remote play to stream the game. Main reason being that my capture card for some reason isn't working. Don't know why. Don't know what's happening. Will invest in a new one. I've been wanting to invest in a new one. Remote play for a little while. But don't worry, I will invest in a new a new capture card at some point. I don't know what's going on with it. There's just something. I think one of the HDMI slots on it is fucked. So, oh, okay, we've lost connection again. Okay, yeah. All right, you can see me on the stream again now, but sorry, I don't know what's going on with the connection. To be honest, it's a little bit off, but you can still see me to a point. So we'll just try and hopefully just keep going and hopefully the connection will get better. I don't know what's going on, to be honest. I've got a wired connection, so you would imagine it would be great, but for some reason it's not being great. So can't tell you for why it's not being great. It should be absolutely fine, but it's not acting great. So we will just keep going and see what happens. Um, so yeah. Okay, so it is. I'm not sure what it is that's stopping this, but we are gonna just let me just close that. Hopefully that will make things a slightly better. At the moment, no, we are still dropping frames, unfortunately. Um, I don't know what to really say about it. There's not a lot I can do while I'm actually live. All I can do is just hope and pray that it comes back. I mean, you can still hear me to a point, but it's just a little bit shit that it's performing so badly. I couldn't tell you as to why it's performing so badly. One last thing I could try is connect that on here. And then see. Again, no difference. Now, like I said, connection-wise, I'm fine. It could be to do with my PC, but I don't understand as to what the issue would be. Um, um, I mean, you should still be able to hear me. Camera's now stopped working. It's this is going from bad to worse. The connection still hasn't sorted itself out. Now the camera's decided to stop working. Connection's now getting slightly better. Right, the connection has come back, but the camera has gone. So just give me a second. Right. Hopefully we can. Right, yep, that's fine. Right, we're good. Right, sorry about that. Hope the connection is all okay now for you. It seems to be. It's still saying that we're streaming lower than what we should be, but it's come back. Yeah. We're not sending links, please. But anyway, yeah. Hopefully the connection will stay okay now. Just even if it just stays okay through me talking about what I want to talk about, you know what I mean. Let me just. Yeah, that's all okay. I was just checking that. Anyway, yeah. So it's good to be back. I've not streamed for a little while now. I've not streamed since the semi-final of the Euros, and we all know how that ended. Yeah. Just to let you know as to why I didn't stream the final. Basically, my plan was to stream the final. It was on at 8 o'clock at night. I did work on that Sunday. It was on at 8 o'clock at night. The plan was up until the day of that I was going to stream it. Then, in fact, no, the day before, up until the day before, the plan was to stream it, to come home to stream it. Obviously, due to the result, I'm glad I didn't. But the reason I didn't stream it is because the day before, I was working with my best friend, or one of my best friends. We're both activity coordinators, and we do one day together. And I was working with him, and he said, "Oh, Tom, do you want to go out and watch? Do you want to go to the pub and watch the final?" Now, he very rarely goes out, and I can't remember the last night out that we had together. So I didn't want to turn it down because I didn't know when the next opportunity would be to go out and have a beer with him. So I was like, yeah, let's go for it. So that's why I didn't stream it, because I went to the pub with my two best friends, and we went and watched the final. Like I said, sort of glad I didn't stream the final because of everything, because obviously we lost. But hey ho, it is what it is. So I'm sorry, I'm just keeping an eye on the connection, but the connection still seems to be okay for the time being. So let's just get that live there like that. Oh, okay, connection's gone again. Sorry about this. I don't know why it keeps dropping. I'm confused as to why it keeps dropping. It's gone better again now, but it's very confusing as to why it keeps dropping. I don't know if it's I don't know. I couldn't tell you. It could be because I'm using remote play and it's using more CPU, and it could be something to do with that. It can't actually physically be my internet because my internet's not bad. My internet's pretty fantastic, to be honest. They've only just updated it as well, so it's quite decent at the moment actually. But yeah, so that's why I didn't stream the final. In terms of other things I want to talk about, I mean, fuck me, so much has happened since the last time I streamed. We've had the whole Doctor Disrespect thing, which I don't really want to get into too much detail about. Okay, connection's gone again. Connection's back. Yeah, so we've had the whole Doctor Disrespect thing, which I don't really want to get into too much because I have. Oh, for fuck's sake, why does the connection keep doing this? Because the connection on YouTube is actually pretty good. It's down here. Anyway, we're back. Yeah, so I don't really want to get into too much detail about the Doctor Disrespect thing because we all have our views on it, and if he did what he did, it was unacceptable, and that's all I'm really going to say about that right now. I was going to do a full video on it and talk about it in depth, but I decided against it. I did actually record a video, but I decided against posting it because I just thought some of the stuff I said in there could be deemed as controversial, and I can't be asked to start a whole debate and argument in the comments about my opinions and stuff like that. And it's nothing majorly bad. It's nothing like, oh, I condone what he did or anything like that, because I don't. You know what I mean? But it could just be deemed as controversial, so I decided against it. Right, okay, my camera's gone again. I apologize about this. I don't know why this keeps happening. Sorry about this. Okay, it's not doing it this time. There we go. Right, okay, sorry about that. I mean, it's easy enough to fix, but it's a little bit irritating that it keeps doing it, but hey ho. What's going on with it now? Okay. Right, there we go. Sorry about that. That was really weird. I'm back. Anyway, yeah, so we won't get into the whole Doctor Disrespect thing. Um, I'll just leave it at that. What else has happened? I'm trying to remember the things that have happened now. It's been that long. Um, I mean, nothing else majorly has happened, to be honest. But yeah, I feel like there's not much else to really talk about in terms of that, in terms of things that have happened. But I'm looking forward to getting back into streaming, to be honest. I've had a hectic few weeks. I'm on holiday in a couple of weeks, going down to mum, so obviously I won't be streaming then. But I'll try and get a couple of streams in before I go on my holidays, and then I really do want to get back into it when I come back. I know I keep saying that, but I really do because I miss it. But obviously, with the new season, football season starting, I'm hoping to stream a fair few Man United games. Obviously, with me working a lot of weekends, it's going to be quite difficult because most of the games are at the weekend. But I'll try my best. I'll see what I can do, and the games I can stream on the days that I'm off, I will do definitely. Um, Unless obviously I've got plans, but hopefully I can do the majority of the games that I'm free to do when I'm not working. But yeah, there's one thing I do want to talk about, and I don't know how many people will understand what I'm talking about. I'm sure a lot of you will, because they're quite well known. But I want to know if there's anybody in the stream at the moment. I don't think there is on YouTube, and I don't think there is on Twitch at the moment. But on Twitch, get in the comments down below and let. Oh my God, my camera's gone again. Why does my camera keep going? This is worrying. I do need to invest in a new camera as well. There we go. Right, we're back again. I mean, it's an easy sort, but it's just annoying that it keeps happening. Anyway, yeah. How many people? And get in the comments down below. Uh, on YouTube. I know you can't do on Twitch, but get down in the comments down below on YouTube. And let me know how many of you know the YouTubers Martin and Bex. They are YouTubers. They also release their videos on TikTok, but they're cut up. The videos are cut up. They're not as long. And they also used to release their videos on Facebook. I don't know if they still do, but their main their main source of videos is YouTube. So how many of you know them? I love them. However, the reason why I'm mentioning them is because there's something, their recent video, and it's just sort of something I want to get off my chest. I did comment on the video. If you go on that video, you'll be able to see my comment. Obviously, the name of the channel is Tom Burns. And I got a couple of replies that actually agree with me. And I'm actually quite happy with that because I expected to get a lot of replies with people saying that I'm stupid, that what the fuck am I talking about, all that sort of shit. But I just want to get your opinion on it. So get in the comments down below on YouTube and let me know what you think of this. So basically, their recent video was Martin was trying to teach his daughter a lesson. Apparently, she'd been talking to some people online and she'd met up with them. Now, he didn't give us context or details about who these people were. Probably because he didn't want to be outed as being too overprotective, to be honest. But basically, he wanted to teach his daughter a lesson about not meeting up with random people you meet online, which is a fair lesson. That it's not always a lesson that you need because some people that you do meet online legitimately end up being the people you've been talking to and end up being really nice people. I mean, I met a Scottish guy online ages ago, known him for nearly 20 years now. Ages ago, I met him. We were both kids at the time, and we were playing games online. It was when I first got my Xbox 360. That's how long ago it was. And I'd known him for about 10 years before I met him, and I met him, and it turned out he was the guy I was talking to, and he turned out to be one of the nicest guys that I've ever met. So it sometimes does work, but obviously you've got to be careful because you sometimes obviously you don't know who you're talking to online. So anyway, he was trying to teach his daughter that you shouldn't always meet up with people online because it can be dangerous. Of course it can be. But he went about it in the wrong way, and how he treated his daughter when she was caught. Not caught, but when he found where they were, obviously he'd set a meeting place when he found her, and he told her to get in the car. The way he treated her and the things he said to her and what he called her was completely out of line, and something I did not like, and I called it out as I would call anything else out. And actually did get a few people in support of what I said, which did actually shock me. But yeah, this is what I wanted to get into. So basically, he did this video, and you'd think, just knowing that the video is about him trying to teach his daughter a lesson on you shouldn't always meet up with people you meet online. You think, oh, that's a good lesson to give. He must be a good dad, and he is a good dad. The videos, quite obvious he's a good dad. He's quite close to all of his kids. I think he's got 3 kids, and he's close to them all. So that says it all. But he went about this the whole wrong way. So basically, what he did was, and I'll just do bullet points. I won't say everything because you can go watch the video yourself and give me your opinion. Basically, what happened was that he decided that he was gonna. So basically, his daughter, where she's been messaging these people and then meeting them, have been on Discord, right? So he created a profile on Discord, something that was relatable to his daughter. So he called himself something something, then his daughter's date of birth, so the month and the day of her birth, and then where she lived, so Wigan, right? So already that's going to be relatable to to uh to his daughter Casey. So obviously he wanted to do that to get her to add this person. So then basically he goes on to send her a few messages, and you see the messages he's been sending, and it's basically just, oh, I'm an old friend from primary school. Do you remember me? She says, no, I don't really remember anybody from primary school. It's a long time ago. Blah blah blah. And then he goes on to say things that nobody else would know. He keeps going on about, oh well, you could get this information from the socials. Some of the stuff he was saying you would not get from the socials. You would only know if you were the person that was talking, or you would only know if you'd been to that primary school or knew of the primary school, right? So basically, he goes into all these details, says all this stuff. She then is under no illusion that this is anybody else but this old friend from primary school. So then he sends her a message about meeting up, right? She goes ahead and says, yes, let's meet up, right? So they proceed to meet up. So she proceeds to go to the meeting place, and then that's when Martin goes. He gets to the meeting place, tells her to get in the car, calls her an idiot, calls her dumb, calls her thick, all these sort of things, which I think is completely out of line. Says you shouldn't be meeting up with a stranger. Are you being stupid? Blah blah blah. And then that's basically it. The video ends. Now, I watched this video, and I love their videos, and they always make me laugh. But I didn't laugh once through this video. I didn't find it funny. Didn't find it entertaining. I found it disrespectful. I found it stupid. I found that the lesson he was trying to teach was a good lesson, but he went about it in the wrong way. Basically, what he did was how he was wrong was he should have set up a profile that had nothing to do with Casey. She might have not have added the profile. She may have done. Have a conversation with, over 2 to 3 weeks. Try and gain her trust. Then it's a random person. They're nothing to do with Wigan. They're nothing to do with Casey, nothing to do with a primary school, nothing like that. Doesn't even mention anything to do with Casey or any other schools or anything like that. Then just happen to say that you live in Wigan, the same as what she does. Say, oh, should we meet up? If she then says yes, then you bollock her, because then she's legitimately met up with a stranger. The person that she was meeting up with, that he set up in that video, wasn't a stranger. For all Casey knew, because this person went into details about the primary school that they would not have known unless they went to that primary school or knew of that primary school. you know, went into all these details. You know, for all she knew, she was meeting an old school friend. Wasn't a stranger, she was meeting an old school friend. So of course she's going to go out and meet this old school friend because that's what she thinks she's doing. This person knows details of that school that nobody would know unless they went to that school or knew of that school. Stuff that you wouldn't be able to get off the socials, although Martin said you can get all this stuff off the socials. You can. So a lot of stuff you can. But like minute details, like proper in-depth details, you cannot. You can only find school names and, you know, dates of birth and where the person's from and stuff like that. You can't find details, like real in-depth details, which he said you can, but you can't. So of course she's going to think it's this old school friend. So he went in about it in the wrong way, told her that she's stupid, thick, and dumb for meeting up with this stranger, even though it wasn't a stranger she was meeting up with. Technically, it wasn't a stranger, it was an old school friend. He went about it in the wrong way. I did not like the video. I thought he was very disrespectful to his daughter. I just didn't think there was any need for it. And I put it on, I commented that and I said that. I said there's no need for what you just did. There's absolutely no need for what you just did. And it was quite a long comment, and I don't regret putting it. And I did get some people agreeing with what I said. So I can't be fully in the wrong. But let me know in, you know, let me know on you know, in the YouTube comments. Let me know what you think of what I've just said about the video. If it's a good lesson, or before you do that, go and watch the video yourself. Martin and Bex on YouTube. If you're not subscribed to them, put it in the search bar. Find them, watch the video. It's their most recent video, or maybe by the time you've seen this stream, it might not be their most recent video, but it'll be one of their most recent videos. Go and watch it, and let me know what you think. If you agree with me, or if you think I'm just being too picky, or you know, whatever, just let me know in the YouTube comments. I know you can't let me know on Twitch, but let me know in the YouTube comments. No, yeah, that's really all I want to talk about. I feel like we should get into some taxi, you know, some taxi driving now. Just chill taxi driving. No need for anything else. Let's hopefully this is working. Let me just quickly check in studio mode before we get into it. Yep, it's working. Right, okay, so let me just test something. Let's just unmute this. Okay, right, that's relatively loud. I'm going to come out of studio mode now. We're going to go into this. Right, here we are. We're about ready. So okay, all right, that's loud enough. Maybe a touch louder, but I don't really think we need it much louder. There we go. Maybe do that. Right. So if you've never played this game before, and I apologise if there's any audio lags or anything like that, I am doing this via remote play, so there is gonna be some lags in the audio. Let me just turn it down on my TV because I've obviously got it going through my TV, so let's just turn that off completely. So yeah, if you've never played this game before, basically you're a taxi driver, which I think is, you know, make sure that's down, which I think is pretty obvious. But basically, what you do is you set up your own taxi business, and you just take taxi fares. It's very realistic. You have to go and repair your car when there's damage. You've got to wash it. You've got to make sure you refuel, and all that sort of all that sort of normal stuff. I don't know how much more of the city is going to open. I've played quite a bit of this. So I don't know if any more of the city is actually going to open or if this is going to be it. But yeah, so basically these are your fares. So you know the black ones are ones that you can't do. So you need a big trunk, or you need four plus passengers, which there is a minivan you can get. Um, you know, so these are things I can't do yet. But the green ones are the ones you can take. So as you can see, these are your fares, and it says the difficulty and all that sort of stuff. And it says, you know, how much you're going to get at the bottom there and how much XP you're going to get. So you'll get 242 euros, XP 100, between 100 and 200. We don't know the destination yet because obviously that's what we get when we get in the car. So that you get $242 for that. And you might think, wow, that's a lot, because obviously in real life, your fares are not going to be that much. They're going to be, you know, for short journeys between anything between €8 or €6 and €20. For a bit longer distance, you're looking at over 20, but that's normal fares between €6 and €20. But yeah, these are your fares. I mean, look at that one, 750. We'll take that one. That's the one we'll go for first. There is different views you can do. You can do outside the. This is my taxi. It's a nice taxi. It's a decent sized taxi. Um, so there's different views you can go out. You can go inside. You can go on the bonnet. You can be literally right in front of it, or you can do outside. I always drive inside the vehicle. Um, that's what I do. That's how I roll. But yeah, this is super realistic. You've got to stick to the speed limits and all that sort of stuff. Otherwise, you get tickets and all that stuff. And when you've got a passenger in your car, it's essential that you follow all the road rules. Because if you try and cut corners, cut over paths, or go over the speed limit, the patience bar will go down. And if it goes down fully, they cancel the fare. Obviously, if it, you know, you've got to try and keep it as full as you can to get a good star rating and to potentially get a tip as well. So anyway, we're gonna go for this. Yeah. Have we got our lights on? There we are. Right, we've got lights on now. So it's 30 miles per hour on this road. So we'll try and keep to the speed limit. I mean, we don't necessarily need to on these roads because there's never any cameras. And we haven't got a passenger, so I could go a little bit faster, but I try not to. I try and stick to the speed limits because the pedestrians on this game do not give two shits. In real life, if you saw a car coming, you wouldn't cross. You'd wait for the car to go, unless you had enough time, obviously. So if I'm here, pedestrian at the end of the road will get over before I'm even there. But the pedestrians don't give a shit on this game. They will literally walk right out in front of your car as you are approaching. So sometimes it's impossible to avoid them. And if you hit them, your fare is cancelled and you get a $100 fine. As you can see, I'm level 9, so I played a relatively decent amount of this game, which I have. But there's no story really. It's just you know, it's a simulation game where you do some taxi fares. You know, and build your own company. I currently have one driver hired as well to do some jobs as well to earn me some extra cash. Obviously, I have to pay them as well. See what I mean? Just literally just walk in front of the car as I'm turning. Luckily, I was going slow enough, but yeah. I hope this is okay, by the way, on the remote play. It seems to be okay. I'm just looking at the stream. It seems to be okay. It doesn't seem to be too bad. It seems to be running well. See what I mean? Look, another one just walked out right in front of me. This is why sometimes it's impossible to avoid them, and it's the one criticism I have for this game. I have no other criticism for this game. I absolutely love this game. The way that I've never been to Barcelona, but apparently this is very realistic to what Barcelona is like and what it looks like, which is really, really good. Sometimes they'll say it's such and such city, but it won't be very realistic, or it won't look like the city they're saying it is. But apparently, the plan is to do different cities for this game, which I hope they do. I don't know if they're going to do that as DLC, or if they're going to do that as you know, I don't know if they're going to do that as DLC or if they're going to do that as separate games. DLC would make more sense, to be honest, but they would be quite big DLCs, but it would make sense for it to be DLCs. instead of like all new games every single time. I'm not saying they should be free DLCs. Obviously, they've got to make money. But yeah, apparently this game is in a long list of different simulators that this company has done. So they've done a chef simulator. They've done there's an air stewardess simulator coming out actually, which I saw on the store the other day. It's just been announced. I wouldn't have much interest in that, to be honest. But they've done a lot of different simulators. Every simulator is like a chef life or a taxi life. You know, like this one's called a taxi life, a taxi driving simulator. A chef life, I think it's called a chef life, a restaurant simulator. I think that's what it's called. But I'm sorry that I'm driving slow. I try and stick to the speed limits because literally on these roads, mainly because of the pedestrians, because they literally will just come out of nowhere. There we go. I'm sorry about the audio if it cuts out sometimes. There's not much I can do when it comes to remote play, but it's actually running quite well. Better than I thought it would. That guy needs to piss off so I can get into the... So this is the... Seriously? This is the parking square. You've got to... Seriously? He's coming back again? Make up your mind where you're going, dude. Right, okay, so... Reverse, and let's go. So sometimes your passengers will strike up conversations. If their patience has gone down a little bit, it helps with the patience. When you have good conversations, obviously try not to piss them off in the conversations, because otherwise obviously that won't help the patients. But we've got 4.5 kilometers to go. We've got a green light here. We are at 2 o'clock in the morning. There's not really there is no another thing you know, it's not a massive deal, but I wish there was like a tiredness scale on this game so that at certain points you would have to stop, because that would be realistic. It's up to 50 on here, as we've got another green light. But yeah, I just thought we'd chill on this for a bit. I don't know oh, 70 miles per hour on here. That doesn't seem right. It's not a big road, but I'll go for it. Right, okay, red light, red light, red light. Sometimes you can't see the lights. Sometimes you've got to look. Okay, so 70 miles per hour. There is cruise control, but it's not really worth using, because you don't really have that many long stretches where you can just use it. Audio is messing up a little bit. Sorry about that. It seems like we're having a few connection issues with remote play at this moment in time. Oh. Let's just pause it a minute while it sorts itself out. Why is the stream not working? Oh my word. What's happened here? Oh, I lost connection. Okay. We're back. Sorry about this. In fact, we'll go back here for a minute and I'll sort this out, and then we'll go back. So, yeah, how's everyone doing? I do apologise about this. It is going to be one of them things where I am going to have to do this every now and then. There we go. Right, we're think it's all okay now. We're back. Yeah, it will do that sometimes. It will do that sometimes. Sorry about that. We can get back to it now. Yeah. I can't remember what I was talking about now, but we hopefully the connection will be. That's what I was saying. Yeah, it will happen. It will happen from time to time where the connection will drop out. I mean, because we're not playing an online game, it shouldn't be an issue. That's going to be the issue when if I want to stream an online game, which a lot of the time, okay, we're having connection issues again. Why do we keep having connection issues? So we're having connection issues here. I apologise about this. I don't know what's going on. It was working fine consistently for quite a while, and now all of a sudden. Lost connection again. I don't understand why I keep losing connection. And then it connects instantly. Like, it's gone again. It's completely closed now. I'm really sorry about this. I thought I got it working quite well, and then all of a sudden it just fucking drops out. Remote play is just, it's just not working for me at the moment. It's deciding just to die. Someone else using remote play on the PS5 you're connected to. I mean, they aren't. They definitely aren't. There we go. Sorry about this. Okay. I'm not having any luck at all with this. It's now. It was doing this before when I was trying to set up the stream, so I would connect it to the game capture, and then remote play would just die. It would literally just close itself for whatever reason, and I don't know why. And you might say, "Oh well, Tom, use window capture." Well, I wish it was that simple, but on window capture, for some reason, it just doesn't want to work. Like it's an option, but it literally will not come on. Like, at all. It's just, oh. Okay. Okay. That's really, really weird. It's now working on the window capture. Just had to change one setting and it started working. Okay. That's really strange.
It's electric. It's very quiet. Very smooth and responsive. I think it's beautiful art.
Okay, I've lost connection again. I mean, look, I don't know what's going on in terms of why. I mean, there's nothing downloading. It should be fine. Like, I shouldn't be having any issues. I know I'm streaming at the same time, but I still shouldn't be having. I should maybe connection issues every now and then, but not to this extent. Yeah, it's gone again. It's gone again. No, that's gonna kill my PC. No. Right. I'm just a little bit confused as to what's going on here. Right. It's working a little bit better now. I changed the setting. I changed the quality of the video just down a little bit. So hopefully that'll help with run it a little bit smoother. So sorry about that. But as you just saw, I know the connection wasn't great, but you saw that the passenger started a conversation. That's what happens. They strike up conversations sometimes, and it can help with the patience. Now, luckily, his patience was still pretty full, so it didn't really do anything to it. But it can, if your patience, if it's gone down, if the bar's gone down like a quarter of the way, and you have a good conversation and a nice, polite conversation with them, it can help the bar go back up to full or nearly full. It's very, very useful. Wait a minute. Sorry about this. Why is the stream not showing? What's going on? Oh, hang on a minute. I think I must be behind on the YouTube. Oh, I am. I was behind on the YouTube stream. It wasn't on. It wasn't live. But no, I'm back. Sorry about that. Right, we'll agree. Another thing I like about this game is that they have car accidents and breakdowns that appear on the map. And oh my word, look at that! That is a proper smash. But they show up, and sometimes the roads are closed because of them. Sometimes, you know. Hang on a minute. Connection just needs to sort itself out a minute. Sorry about this. Let me just pause a minute. Okay, right, we're okay. Sorry about that. lost connection again. Yep. Keyboard disconnected. Tom Burns is disconnected from remote play. Okay. That's Yep. Sorry about that. I'm sorry, sir. I'm trying to get you to a destination as quick as possible, but I keep having connection issues. I knew this was going to be the sort of thing that potentially could happen using remote play. I mean, luckily the stream connection seems to be good, but the remote play, I had a feeling it was going to be an issue, but I don't really fully understand why it's this big of an issue. I mean, like I said, I have decent internet. It shouldn't be that much of an issue. Oh shit. I just hit a car. Sorry about that. Sorry, my friend. Have I got this one? Oh no. And that's all. Another thing you can do as well. You can get the different monuments. It helps with XP. You get the different monuments around the city. Don't know why I was stopping there. I just had a feeling it was going to turn red. But hello. Bonsoir. Of course, you're in France at the moment. Of course. I hope it's all going well. Yeah. My head mod, Professor Wigglytuff, as you will know, you know who he is now. He's been on a lot of my streams, mainly wrestling streams. He's my co-host for all of my wrestling streams. He is currently volunteering at the Paris Olympics. I think that's pretty cool. I hope it's going well. 36 degrees Celsius today. Jesus, it's been quite hot here today. It's been mid-20s, but 36. Wow. Yeah, I hope it's all going well. I've been getting notifications on my phone from Sky Sports. Seems like Great Britain are doing relatively decent when it comes to medals. Today, or should I say yesterday, was the last day of the rugby competition at the Stade de France. France men won gold, New Zealand women won gold. Yeah, I saw that the France men won the gold, which doesn't surprise me really. Nearly got you to your destination, sir. Sorry about this. So the stadium will now be closed for a couple of days while they set up for the athletics. Ah, right. So, we're up on the turn again from the 4th of August, which is it. Oh, right. So, you've now got a couple of days off, have you? Okay. Yeah, so either I'll go around Paris or see if I can get some tickets for some. Yeah, see if you can get tickets. I mean, seeing as you're volunteering, you might be easier. It might be easier for you to get tickets. Not saying it will be because I don't know how that works, but it might be. But I practically get to watch all the rugby, athletics, and the closing ceremony for free. That's good. No, I have to buy tickets the usual way, but I'm looking at the official ticket reset. Ah, right. That's a bit shit. I thought you might get some. I thought it might be easier for you to get tickets because obviously you're volunteering. That's how it should work, in my opinion. But hey ho, what do I know? So that lost connection again. I don't know why it just randomly drops connection sometimes. I mean, remote play's never been the best anyway, to be honest. Okay, and I see his destination. There we go. As I said, I'm practically watching everything in the stadium, which would have cost lots of money to buy. So I guess, I mean, yeah, I suppose it is. Yeah, we got no tip, but we got €750 for that. Not bad, not bad. Will I take this task? You're damn right I will. 938. This next one, which I will get to in a second. I was keen on going to watch beach volleyball. I wonder why, or the tennis. But literally nothing left at a reasonable price. Oh, get this. A KFC meal, just a burger and fries and drink cost me €16. Is that considered decent? Oh, right, it's a rip-off, right, okay. I couldn't remember how much that would cost in the UK. KFC is a genuine rip-off here, but no, that's way. Oh, right, okay. Alright. You think it tastes better? I mean, I don't. What would they do different in France than they would do over here? I don't understand what they would do different. Maybe they do. I don't know. They don't do chicken. Oh, they don't do chicken pieces. That's a bit shit. You're making me hungry with all this food talk. But it's Tuesday, or technically Wednesday now. Nothing going to be open at this time. In fact, let's have a short break from the game. I know It took us forever to actually get that fare done, but we will go back to it shortly. And I think they used prime chicken breast, but the burger was good. Oh well, I'm glad you enjoyed the KFC. I thought you might be trying some traditional French cuisine. I thought you might have had some snails. And what is else do they eat? Is it frog's feet or something they eat as well? Oh, we're doing the traditional stuff tomorrow. I was only joking. I wouldn't really eat any of that stuff because that stuff just sounds disgusting to me. Snails not a huge fan of. I mean, who frog's legs I will pass. Uh, what other traditional stuff are you going to eat? What I don't know what I don't know a lot of traditional French foods. Obviously baguettes and frog legs, snails. Um, I don't really know what is considered fine French cuisine. To be honest, I don't know. I'd have to Google and see what's around. Yeah, like I said, I don't really know what's considered fine French cuisine. I've been to France once, but that was when I was a kid. I can't remember what the place was called now, but I went skiing anyway. But I've never been to France since. I've no, it is a place I want to go. There's a few different places in France I want to go. Paris definitely being one of them. Not got any interest in going to Disneyland or Disney World, whatever it's called. I think it's Disneyland in Paris. I've been to Disney World in Orlando, and I'm going again there next year, so I've got no reason to go to Disneyland in Paris. Um, just baguettes, crisps, and drinks. Yeah, I got no interest in going to Disneyland in Paris. I mean, maybe to see what the differences are between the two, but no interest really. I want to go to Paris for more of the sightseeing side of things. Like the Eiffel Tower, the Arc de Triomphe, the what's it called, the Louvre, gallery, Mona Lisa, of course. I would love to go to Disneyland, but I will be super busy. Well, yeah, you're not gonna have a lot of time, are you? Unfortunately. So because you're volunteering at the Olympics, do they pay for your accommodation? I've been meaning to message you and ask you that. I would imagine surely they do. I'd be surprised if they don't. They don't. I mean, I suppose you are volunteering, so you're voluntarily going over there, but still. I mean, fair. I mean, obviously, it's a big opportunity to be able to volunteer at something as big as the Olympics. So I suppose I suppose in a way you probably don't mind paying for your own accommodation, but still, uh, they give free food, but the food they give is crap. It's all healthy food, so well. Hmm. Okay. I was tempted to go out on the town tonight, but I don't know what the nightlife is like in Paris. I mean, I've heard only from videos I've watched and people that have been, but I've heard the nightlife is quite decent in Paris. There's lots of nice places to go, but that's just literally word of mouth that I've heard that. It's not from obviously from my own experience. But anyway, let's get back into the game. We'll do one more fair, and then I think I'll end it there because it is quite late. If I'd started the stream earlier, I would have done more fairs, but obviously with the connection issues as well, it's just been a little bit of a nightmare. I'll have a think about maybe not doing gaming streams for the foreseeable until I get a new capture card. And maybe the streams I do, I might just reactive videos, or I might just do some chatting, or just I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I can imagine it would be great, but I guess what I meant was I wouldn't know where to go for an or. Oh right, I see what you mean. I do get what you mean there. Anyway, let's get back to the game. We've got a fare of $932 to do, so let's get going. I am going to cut across here because it doesn't matter. I have no fare in the car, so we can just cut across. They also have speed bumps in this game as well, which makes it realistic. I'm watching a stream same time as the Hill Carriage. Yeah, I noticed the Carriage. I'm subscribed to her on YouTube now and I have notifications. I noticed she gone live during my stream. I've not really watched many of her streams yet, but I do want to start tuning into them. Does she just speak Japanese on her streams, or does she speak English as well? I've not really watched any of her streams, so I don't know. I don't mind either way, to be honest, but she speaks both. Okay. I don't mind either way, to be honest, even if she just spoke Japanese, I don't mind. I quite like the Japanese language. I don't understand it, but I quite like the sound of it, if you get what I mean. It's a language I would be interested in learning, but I can imagine it's quite hard. Would be good to learn the language, because I do plan on visiting Tokyo at some point in my life. In fact, I was looking about a month ago at holidays. I know I'm going to Orlando next year, and I was thinking to myself, I want to go somewhere, even if it's not with anybody. I want to go somewhere that I really want to go to. I want to cross a place off my bucket list of places I want to go, and Tokyo is one of them. And so I was looking at prices and so like, not as bad as you would think. But I don't think it's where I don't think it's somewhere I would go on my first ever holiday on my own. I think it would be a little bit too much. I think I'm probably better off going somewhere closer to home before I go a bit further afield on my own. I think probably better off doing that, but I don't know. Let's just quickly read. I'm at the Japanese women's rugby team. Hang on a minute. I met the Japanese women's rugby team after the game. Then they joined us in this. Oh, nice! I'm keen to go to Korea. Actually, I love Tokyo. Tokyo is very, very safe, especially on your own. Singapore is safe too. And yeah, I mean, I know it's safe. I didn't really mean it in that way. I just meant that it might be a little bit overwhelming for somewhere to go on my first ever holiday on my own. Because I don't even know how I'm going to be on my own on a holiday because I've never done it. So I'm probably better off going somewhere that's a lot simpler. Maybe just do like a chilled holiday on my own at first. Maybe just somewhere like Spain or even maybe France. And then do that sort of holiday next. You know what I mean? That's what I meant. I didn't mean that it wasn't safe because I've heard like good things about Tokyo in terms of safety. I mean, Paris is great for that. Lisbon. Yeah, I mean, I'd want to go somewhere I haven't been yet. I've been to a few different places in Spain, but I've never been to anywhere in France apart from when I was a kid when I went skiing. I've never been to Portugal, so Lisbon would be actually quite good. I've heard good things about Lisbon. Dublin. I mean, I want to go a bit further afield than Dublin, but I would actually like to go to Dublin at some point. I've never been to Ireland or Northern Ireland. They're the only two I've not. Well, Northern Ireland is the only one I've not been to in the UK. Obviously, Ireland's not in the UK. Obviously, I've been to Scotland, got friends up there. Obviously, I lived in Wales for 10 years. Obviously, England as well. Obviously, that's where I'm from. That's where I was born. Went to Belfast last year. Yeah, I'd like to go to Dublin. I'd like to go to Belfast. I've heard good things about Cork actually in Ireland. You know, maybe that would be a good place to go. This is a very, very long fare, 5.1 kilometers. But it's going to be long for the money that we're getting. But we should level up to level 10. I think we unlock a new car at 10. I mean, you have to buy the cars. You unlock them to buy them. But you don't unlock them just to get them. Cork is good. Ever been to Atlanta? Never been to Atlanta. Never really been on my bucket list of places to go. In terms of America, places I'd like to go on my bucket list, of course, you've got the classics like LA, Las Vegas, potentially San Diego. I've already been to New York, obviously Orlando. I'd like to go to Miami. Miami's another one. I'd actually like to go to Philly as well. I don't know why really. I've just got it in my head that I think it'd be a good place to go. Not got any intentions of ever going to Australia or New Zealand. Never really fancied them, to be honest. I know Philly very well. Yeah, I remember you telling me that. Maybe that's why I've got it in my head. I wouldn't mind Australia. It's never really been a place I've been interested in, to be honest. I mean, maybe when I get older, I might have some interest in going, but at the moment, not now. So you know Philly very well. What would you recommend it for a place to go? Is there enough to do? Is it a good place to go and visit? You're the perfect person to ask this, actually. Oh, mind where you're going, dickhead. For an entire time in America, no, but it's great for a few. So you would say it's not a good. So let's just say I'm like, right, I want to go for a week or 10 days in America. You wouldn't suggest going to Philly for a 10-day full entire holiday, but for a couple of days would be good. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. What's officially there? It was the first capital of the US. Of course, yeah, of course. That's you've just reminded me. Another place I want to go to is Washington. Would be great to see the White House in person. Oh! I took my eyes off the road for a second, and that's what I'm talking about. Just walk out in front of me. That's all they do. I got to level 10. That's good. Right. Well, that's done. Right, I want to try and get a very similar fare to what I just had, 900 and odd, if I can, if there's one around. So that one's 734, 525, 380, 654, 815. That's the best so far. 242. Okay, we'll go for this one down here. 815. I mean, or base in Philly, take a trip to New York City, etc. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how close them two are. I imagine quite close, otherwise you wouldn't really say that. Yeah, Washington is good. Yeah. I mean, there's so many places I want to go, and you know, I've just been thinking to myself, like, I need to be making more of my life while I've got the freedom to do so. You know what I mean? I mean, of course, at some point, you know, obviously I do want to settle down. But obviously, while I haven't got any responsibilities as such, and I live with my gran, so I don't have bills per se. You know, it's a good time to be. You know, it's a good opportunity for me to be able to. I am just going to break the law here because it is quite far away, this fair, and I just want to get to it. This country I would like to visit properly: South Korea, Germany, Turkey, Greece, Indonesia, Australia, Singapore, Taiwan. In terms of European countries I'd like to go to, Germany, yes, obviously, of course. Berlin, you know, not definitely Berlin, but you know, Berlin, Hamburg, maybe one of them two. Italy, most definitely. I'd love to go to Rome. Maybe Milan. Um, Spain, places I've not been to in Spain. I'd like to go to Madrid, Barcelona. They're the two main ones there. Portugal, I'd like to go to. Lisbon, I've heard good things about. Denmark, I'd like to go to Amsterdam at some point. About it, really. I'd love to go to Cuba and Iran, but doing so would cause issues traveling. Ah, right. Iceland and Norway and Sweden too. Yeah, I want to go to Italy too and the Vatican. I've been to Barcelona. Amsterdam is the. Oh, sorry. Yeah, fuck. I know. I've just made myself look like a right idiot. Yeah, no. Denmark. Potentially Denmark. I'd like to go to anyway. Amsterdam obviously is in Holland. Ignore me. But yeah, is Copenhagen is in Denmark, isn't it? Oddly, I'd love to visit Liechtenstein, but it's very yeah. I've heard it's very expensive in Liechtenstein. Monaco too. Oh, hang on. I need to just check. Oh, my fuel's low. Is there any fuel stations on the way? Shit. I'm gonna have to take a diversion and go there. Okay. And Thailand. Copenhagen. Yes, it's yeah. I thought it was. Copenhagen, I wouldn't mind going to. I've heard some good things about that. Oh, I'd like to go to Morocco too. Morocco. One of my work colleagues and her husband went to Morocco, and honestly, the pictures they took of the different places they went to in Morocco, and you know, oh, it looked beautiful. It looked beautiful. You should visit Egypt. Yeah, again, the same couple are actually going to Egypt this year, and they've showed me some pictures of where they're going to be going, and so oh, it looks beautiful. I'd never really been interested in going to Egypt, only mainly for the. If I did go, it would only be mainly for the pyramids. But after seeing some of the beautiful scenery, what that colleague at work showed me, wow. Jordan, yeah, there's what's it? There's what is it that's in Jordan? One of the wonders of the world. I can't remember, but there is a wonder of the world in Jordan, and I'd like to see it. In 2017, I went to Israel and Palestine, did places like Jerusalem. Oh, really? What was Jerusalem like? I mean, I've seen it on TV, but obviously I've never been. Okay, I've lost my connection. Wait a second, I'll get it back. Petra. Yes, that's it. Yeah, what was Jerusalem and Bethlehem like? Jerusalem was surreal, to be honest, as was Bethlehem. I'm not a Christian, but it felt surreal. Yeah, I can imagine. Even if you're not a Christian, I can imagine it feels surreal. When this conflict hopefully subsides, Israel and Palestine are worth visiting. Yeah. Right, this is where the... I'm going to have to go up the... Oh, God. I'm going to have to go up here. Finish the task to enter. Oh, you're having a laugh. I can't do that task then. I'm going to have to cancel the task. How irritating. You should be able to fill up when you're on a task. Fucking stupid. Right, anyway. Six, 5, 4. 2, 4, 2. You know what? I think I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it there because I'm having lots of different issues with the connection. People were super friendly in Palestine too, and the food. And food was great in both Israel and Palestine if you like kebabs and falafel, etc. I don't think I've ever had falafel. Don't mind a kebab, but I don't think I've ever had a falafel. Let's get on here. Let's mute that. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I don't think I've ever had falafel. I won't end the stream yet. We'll just chat for a little bit longer. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had falafel. Must ask what you thought of. Didn't really want to get into it, to be honest, because it just pissed me off. To call Donald Trump your hero, how fucking idiotic and moronic do you have to be to say that Donald Trump is your hero? Like, what the fuck? And then says Trumpomania and does a whole fucking WWE promo. It's like, oh my Jesus Christ. Does he have no shame? Like, but the thing is, Trump seems to be loved in the UK. Trump seems to be loved in the UK. And I just don't understand it. I don't understand why he's so loved. I don't understand why they want him as a prime minister, as a president again. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't get the love for the man. Like he's been convicted of fraud. Not only that, he is blatantly sexist. He's disgusting towards women. He grabs women inappropriately. He's just a disgusting man, and he's just loved in the US. In the US, I mean, people just love him. Like, honestly, it baffles me. I mean, look, I get the fact that between Trump and Biden just didn't seem to have a clue. But now that Biden's out of the running and he's declared himself out of the running, there's no need to get Trump in now. I get the fact that Biden wasn't the best choice for president because he doesn't even seem to have a clue anymore. But Hogan referred to illegal immigrants as, oh, I didn't know that. Who the That's pot calling the kettle black. There is no bigger scumbag than fucking Hogan when it comes to the wrestling world. What the fuck? That is ridiculous. So much for Hogan being a real American fan and the rights of every man. So much for the whole say pre. Yeah, exactly. I mean, what the fuck is. What the fuck? I just don't know. I just don't even know what to say about the man anymore. Like, I had no respect for him anyway. Like, no respect. Never had any respect for it. Well, I used to have respect for him, but I certainly have no respect for him anymore. I hadn't got respect for him anyway, but even if I did, it's certainly gone now. Honestly, he's such a disgrace. I'm not saying that because he supports Trump. People can support who they want. It's the way. Yes, exactly. He is a massive hypocrite. A massive hypocrite. Like, I don't even understand who he thinks he is. Like, I just, I just, I, who does he think he is? In all seriousness, I'm so like confused as to who he thinks he is. Like, I just don't get it. Like, I don't even know what else to say. I really don't. I'm just, oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. I just don't even know. Sorry, let me just. Um, I mean, in a way, I'm so glad for Roman Reigns' lengthy run overshadowing Hulk Hogan, so that we just keep pushing him into the background. Yet the reality is he will always be a part of wrestling history, but as time goes on, he won't be celebrated as much. I have more respect for Cody and Roman than Hogan. Oh, easily, easily, easily. Roman Reigns is one of the nicest guys you'll ever see backstage. Like, so many people say that, and Cody the same. You don't hear them coming out with all these controversial things and saying Trump's their hero and all that sort of shit. No, you don't. I mean, I could name loads of people, male or female, I would celebrate more than Hogan, Cena, Rock, Roman, Cody, Austin, Triple H, HBK, Foley, Sting, Asuka, Charlotte, Becky, Brett, Kurt, Eddie, Ray, Edge, Christian, CM Punk, Seth, Taker, of course. I mean, all of them, yeah. That's absolutely fair. Absolutely fair. Um, yeah. I know, honestly, I just wish Hogan to be forgotten. Yeah, same here. Same here. I mean, I don't know what else to say. He's just so fucking despicable. He can go join Trump and be his fanboy or whatever. It is Hogan thinks he is. Honestly, the whole ripping shit of who the fuck does he think he is? Yep, absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. I agree with that. I actually think, like in, well, I think most of us did. Most of us grew up idolising the man. I mean, how could you not? You know, you grew up in the wrestling business, not the wrestling business, but as a wrestling fan. You know, how could you not? You know what I mean? How can you not idolise the man? Again, the whole calling legal imminent scumbags. Yeah, says the man who screwed over people's careers. Literally decided minutes before matches whether or not he wanted to. Yep, absolutely. Couldn't agree more with everything you're saying. I really, really couldn't. I mean, yeah, we can't talk about wrestling and not mention Hogan, but he's basically just lost it now. Yep. Yeah. Yep. I am just gonna keep saying yep because I agree with everything that you're saying. There's not much else I can say on top of it, but I just don't know. I feel like I almost feel like he's got some sort of mental illness because surely to God he can't think that everything he's doing is okay. Hogan called the convictions like, yeah, okay, yeah. So all the evidence against him is all lies, is it? Yeah, okay. But a lot of Trump supporters are saying that. A lot of, yeah, yeah, he is. But a lot of people who support Trump are saying the same thing. Oh, it's not true. It's not true. It fucking is true. There's so much evidence supporting the fact that it's true. It's just ridiculous. You know, it just shows what state America is in because they can literally, Trump can literally be president of the United States as a convicted felon. Which is a joke. You should not be able to be in a position of power with a criminal record. You shouldn't, especially to the point of having 34 guilty charges and found guilty of rape, yet still allowed to run for president. I mean, that just says everything about America to me. And I love America, in terms of visiting it and the places that I've seen in America. I've loved it. I've only been to New York and Orlando multiple times, and I love both places. Orlando is my favorite place on earth. I adore Orlando. You know what I mean? But what I don't adore is how it's ran, how America is ran. And it doesn't affect me per se because I live in the UK. But yeah, I mean, I wasn't planning on getting into all this political talk, but yeah, like what the fuck? I just don't know what to say anymore. I, I'm I'm at the point of just I don't even know. I wish I did know, but I don't. Tommy Robinson, who goes on about how people should respect British law, and he fled the country before court. Wow. Okay, I didn't know anything about this. Um, I didn't. Oh, yeah, subscriptions is what I want. Yeah, there's an international arrest warrant for him. Yeah, the US is in bad shape. Yeah, absolutely. I just I didn't know where to laugh. Okay, what Hogan was showing it. Oh God, I didn't do neither. I just fucking, I not watched the whole speech, but the stuff I saw, I just shook my head and in disbelief because I knew Hogan was fucking batty and mental, but I didn't realize he was that fucking bad. I mean, and this is not something you could be lightly, but he's fucking worse than Ric Flair, and that is saying something. He's worse than Ric Flair, and that is not easy to be. At least Ric Flair doesn't, you know, Ric Flair, yeah, okay, he still thinks he's a big, he still thinks he's a big draw, and he doesn't know when to let go of the wrestling business and just to go off and retire quietly. He doesn't know when to do these things, but at least he's not coming out on stage and calling Trump his hero and being racist and saying all these different things. I mean, for all I know, Ric Flair could have been racist in the past. I don't know, but what I'm saying is he doesn't do half the fucking mental stuff that Hogan does. What a fucking I don't even know. Fuck's sake. Why? I just I don't even know what to say about that. But yeah. Um I also just want to just say quickly, I'm just gonna bring the stream down a little bit, but I think it's important to mention. My heart and my condolences go out to all the people affected by the stabbings in Southport. Horrible, horrible situation. I was nearly in tears hearing the story. You know, it's it, no one should ever be stabbed, but especially not kids. It's I mean, who? Well, they're not in their right mind. I was going to say who in their right mind would stab kids, but they're not in their right mind. It's just very sad, but yeah, my heart and my condolences go out to anybody that was affected by what happened in Southport. Um, I'm just glad they got the man, but very tragic, very tragic. Uh, Sorry, I didn't see the long message there. So Hogan said all that racist stuff. Then apologise, even if it wasn't sincere. We tried to look past it and tried to give him a chance. And here he is calling a convicted fraudster, the first U.S. president in history to be convicted twice, impeached, guilty of fraud and rape, a man who called neo-Nazi murderers good people, and the man who encourages supporters to riot the U.S. Capitol building, resulting in deaths. That's Hogan's hero, I know. Yes, awful news in Southport, absolutely. And those scumbags from the. Honestly, it's just. What is this world becoming? Like, seriously. What is this world becoming? It's absolutely just despicable what this world is becoming. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I'm quite tired and I got some food coming, so maybe not. But we should call soon for a catch up. I mean, I know you're busy at the moment, but we definitely should. Let me just do this quickly. There he is. If you've not seen it, there he is, ripping his shirt off to show a Trump shirt underneath. I mean, what the fuck? He did some sort of fucking fucking WWE promo during his fucking speech. Like, what the fuck? I just don't even know anymore. Look at him. And I think he said something along the lines of, "What you gonna do when Trumpomania runs wild on you?" It's like, what the fuck? I mean, I can't believe I'm saying this, but we thought wrestling couldn't get any worse than some wrestling in 2007, but Vince McMahon and Hogan are really trying to. Yep, yeah. I mean, they haven't outdone it yet, but they're on the way to. Honest to God. Look at him. Look at him. He thinks he looks fucking cool and tough. He's what is he, 70-year-old man? Like you said, acting like a 13-year-old. What a joke. What a joke. Anyway, we don't need to see any more of that. Honestly, Vince McMahon needs to go to jail. Yep. Trump, yep. Yeah, I agree. I agree. There's another thing I wanted to talk about as well. obviously it's been a while since I've streamed, so obviously there's a few different things I wanted to sort of talk about and catch up on. But there was something that happened. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. Obviously, there was the Trump attempted assassination. And as much as I despise Trump, I would never wish anybody to be assassinated or to be killed. But there was an incident that happened after that had happened. I think it was a day or two after it. And I don't know if you've heard this story, Professor Wigglytuff. I assume you will have because it's been all over the world. But Tenacious D were doing a concert and they were having a break in between songs. And Kyle, there's only two of them. There's Jack Black and there's Kyle. Kyle said they were talking about politics or something, and Kyle said, "Oh, don't miss him next time." Obviously referring to Trump and the assassination. Well, Jack Black came out after that and said, "Look, I was completely shocked that he said that. I was taken aback. Wasn't expecting him to say anything like that. If he had told me he wanted to do that joke before the show, I would have told him absolutely not. Do not do that joke." Anyway, he said, and then he ended up cancelling the rest of the Tenacious D tour and put everything and every Tenacious D anything that Tenacious D had in the works on hold. Potentially Tenacious D may split up, and I wouldn't blame Jack Black in a way. But for some reason, Jack Black is the one that's getting all the fucking hate. Oh, he threw his friend under the bus. Whoa, 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 whoa. He didn't do anything of the kind. Kyle did that to himself. As much as a lot of us do not like Donald Trump, you do not say that when you're a celebrity and people look up to you and people are at your concert looking for entertainment. You do not come out and say something so idiotic. Jack Black had every right to cancel the rest of the tour and to put everything that Tenacious D had in the works on hold. He had every right to do that. His friend not only risked his career, but risked Jack Black's career, and potentially both them being cancelled for a stupid joke. Jack Black had every right to do the things that he's done. He did not throw his friend under the bus at all. Here's the thing, had Trump passed away, there would have been riots across the US. Even now, the man has been... Yes, people now, that picture of him, like, with his fist up in the air after being shot, people now see him as some sort of hero. But here's the thing, there was a conspiracy going around after the attempted assassination. The conspiracy was that Donald Trump had actually hired the man himself to try and assassinate him to make him... so that it would make him seem like even more of a hero and a fighter when he to make himself seem like a hero and a fighter. But some people say, oh no, Trump wouldn't do that, he wouldn't want to risk anybody getting killed. I say, yes, he would do that. The man's fucking mental. He would fucking hire somebody to do that, to make him look even better, to put him in better, to make his run for president even easier. Yes, he would fucking do something like that. Absolutely, he would. Whether that's 100% true or not, I don't know. We will never know. But some people say no, he wouldn't do that, but I absolutely think he would do that. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I went to cinema today. I went to see a film. What a fucking stupid thing to say. I went to the cinema today, went to see a film. What else would I do in a cinema? But yeah, I went to watch a film, the new Deadpool and Wolverine film. Highly recommend it to anybody. To anybody. It's one of the best films I've seen in a long time. One of the best starts to a film I think I've ever seen. You need to watch some of the stuff, speeches, the stuff Trump said. Yeah, I've seen a lot of it. It is bonkers. Amazing. It was amazing. Um, didn't even realize it was out this week. I was on TikTok, scrolling through it, and saw that it was out. I was like, oh my god, I really need to see this film. I've seen the Deadpool films and they're brilliant, and I was like, this is going to be even better. And it was. Oh my god, it was just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. So yeah, I went to see that, and then after that, I went to from my first ever experience at Mecca Bingo. I quite enjoyed it, to be honest. Never thought I would, but I did, and won 60 quid. You know, not bad for a beginner. Not bad for a first timer. Stuff he says migrants hide in stuff he says migrants hide in migrants hide tries to rob purses from old ladies. Countries like El Salvador empty their mental hospitals. Hi Jackson Braddock. That mental patients from South America make hardened criminals in America look like very nice people. Nice, well done, thank you. Oh yeah, I get what you meant. Yeah. How you doing, Jason? Oh, you're on YouTube. I didn't just realise that. Uh, Honestly, Beat Saber did it? I apologise if it did. I'm sure I changed it. Oh, it does. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I don't know why that's come up. I did change it. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I don't know why the hell that's happened. That's, sorry. Uh, Hopefully that I've changed it now, so hopefully it'll come up. But yeah, I apologise about that. I never even realised that it said that. But thank you for letting me know. Yeah, it's got the right game now. Sorry about that. Beat Saber. I don't think I've ever played Beat Saber on stream. Potentially maybe, but I don't think I have. Honestly, I wish Under the Giant had one now. Yep, I agree. So I still waiting for my food here. It's been they've been preparing it for ages. It should be on the way by now. Hopefully, it won't be long. Maybe they're just finding it difficult to find a driver. I don't know. So only tickets I can find. What tickets? What are they? What? Japan women versus Kenya. Well, that's something. Ryder heading. Okay. Ryder's heading to the restaurant now. That's good. Or men's football quarter final. I would probably go for the men. I'd definitely go for the men's football quarter final. It's cheaper and it's football. You like football. I mean, you might enjoy the volleyball though. You did say you wanted to go to the volleyball, and it's Japanese women, so actually you might like that. Football is at PSG. Yeah, that would be an experience. I do like volleyball. Like I said, I wonder why, but yeah, and it's Japanese women. That might be worth the €132. But I saw both at London 2012. I used to play volleyball in the past. Oh, really? Think about it. I've never tried it myself. Okay, rider. The rider is at the restaurant now, just waiting for their food. I'll be ending the stream soon, just so I can prepare for my food. I mean, football at part of the Princes, yeah. That'd be the experience. Are you going to be able to? Unlucky. Are you going to be able to watch SummerSlam on Saturday? Or technically Sunday morning? Yeah. I know it might be a little bit difficult for you. I don't know whether I'm going to actually be able to myself, actually, because I might be out until the early hours of the morning. I mean, I prefer not to be. I prefer to be able to get home at a decent time, but I probably won't be. Maybe there might be a bar that shows it. You'll have to find out. Give it a Google. Maybe I might go to. Yes, that's true. Okay, my food's on the way now, finally. Fuck me. That is true, they're in Berlin. We forgot. I didn't forget. I just not really got any interest in it. I keep thinking to myself, I mean, it's too late now because all my shifts are already in for work, but, you know, I kept hoping that some sort of match for All In would be made official that would, be like, oh my god, I've got to go to All In to see that. But nothing. There's been nothing so far. Will Ospreay's going to be at All In. Oh my god, I'd have to go. No, thank you. Just not got any interest in it. Are you going? True, he could win the title at Wembley, but still, it's not enough for me to be like, oh, I've got to get the ticket. I think you said you were going, didn't you? Food-wise, what did I get? I agree. I think so. McDonald's, just a burger, some nuggets, some fries. No, well, even if I wanted to at this point, I can't because all my shifts are already in for work, so there's not much I can do now. I won't worry though, there's plenty of tickets left. So yeah, they should have, but I'm not even really seen Adam Cole. Is he like just long-term injured or something? Because I, you know, all the different videos I've seen, from what I've seen, of clips of AEW, I've not even seen Adam Cole about. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm looking at getting some tickets for the WWE Live show for October in the Corp Arena. There's still quite a lot of tickets left, quite close to the ring, and they're actually relatively cheap. Oh, really? Okay, yeah, you definitely should come up for that, because I'm 100% going to that regardless, because it's not even that far away from me. Plus, the tickets are really cheap, even close to the ring, so it'd be a hell of an experience. I'll I hope that there's tickets left in about 4 weeks' time, because I can't afford to get them at the moment, but I will be able to afford to get them in about 4 weeks' time. I was hoping I'd win enough tonight to be able to fucking buy a ticket, you know, at the bingo. I only won 60 quid. It's not enough. I need, at the very least, I need about 120. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna have to go because my food's here. It's been great talking to you. To show you this one more time, twat. Anyway, sorry. What? Oh, about the ticket for the Manx show. Yeah. All I said was that I was hoping I'd win enough on the bingo tonight to be able to buy a ticket, but I didn't. I won 60, but I need at the very least 120 because they're quite cheap actually, the tickets, and the only tickets left are like around or near the ring, and they're actually quite cheap. Like I'm finding tickets, aisle tickets as well, quite near the ring for 121 quid. It's ridiculous compared to the prices of the fucking Clash of the Castle tickets that close. I mean, I know it's not a pay per view, this one at the Corp Arena, but still, that is a big like price drop, a big price drop. But hopefully there'll still be tickets in about 4 weeks' time because that's when I'll be able to afford to get one. Anyway, like I said, I'm gonna have to go now. My food's gonna be here any minute. So thank you all for joining me tonight. Might do a stream again tomorrow. I've got a few days off work, so why not? But I might not. We'll see. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the stream, and I shall see you very, very soon.